Hey, it's MK, and I am here with a Woodgrain and Winter layout for you guys today. I am also playing along with day 19's Gifty from the SAR Advent Calendar, and these are the gifts for today. We've got these really cool stickers that have like hash marks and whatnot, and then this awesome mountain token with a cute little flower off to the side. Janet named the flower. I just added it. I had no idea what kind of flower it was, so I just thought it was simple and simplistic and didn't take away from the mountain view. I'm also going to use this Sparkle and Shine title from these Warm Wishes Alpha thickers. And then from my stash, I have these tall trees. Now mine are all broken because I just shoved them in a drawer and did not take care of them. So the top is off of one, the stem is off of another, but that is a-okay with the way that I want to use them. From my little bag of leftovers, I've got lots of leftovers, and some of them you'll recognize from the layout I did a couple days ago. I'm still working my way through all of these pine sprigs, so I brought them in again to see if I can make them work on this particular layout. From Vicky Booten, I've got these awesome little stickers. I think I got these from a give-take table, you guys. I'm not really sure because I don't remember, but I'm going to try to use these Warm Winter Wishes little sticker. This is my photo. I have the Vicky Booten Mistletoe and Memories. Yep, Mistletoe and Memories she created for 49 and Market. That is going to be my wood grain, which seems like it's been my wood grain all month long so far. Also from Arden Creative, I've got this Season of Joy paper by Katie Petit. I am in love with this plaid. I used it a couple days ago in my other video, and I want to finish it off just with this quick little intro to this cool little trip that Janet and I got to take up into our I think it's a national forest in my backyard. And so I absolutely love sharing it with everybody, having this, this beautiful scenery around me, even though I live in a desert, basically. But I live in a high desert, and so it's very mountainous and everything where I live. The scenery isn't beautiful in the valley. Well, in my valley it is, but you look around and you see Nevada, it's not very pretty. But if you know where to look, it is very pretty. And so I love sharing my mountain ranges with you guys. I have done several layouts in several different seasons, and this one here is the winter season. I got to take Janet and her husband. Actually, I didn't. My husband did. He took us all up into the mountains as far as we could go until the truck stopped, and then we had to flip a U-ey and go back. They got to see the aftermath of an avalanche. They got to see a beautiful snowy scenery, and then of course the sun came down the peak just amazingly, and it was just perfect right where we were for taking photos. And so this is going to be like my intro page into that little excursion that I took with Janet and her husband, and then I'm going to end it off with us having a fabulous dinner. Yes, I love it. All right, so I'm so super stoked when the Crafty Gals make it a point to come out of their way to come and see me, because literally my house is completely off the beaten path. There is no let's just drive by. There is no drive by. You guys have to drive into and down a lot of ways to come and see me, because I'm not on the way. And so when you guys, and I say you guys because I've had multiple people stop and see me and ask if it was okay to see me. And the answer is yes, because I love it. I love sharing my view with you guys. I love sharing my creativity with you guys. I just love it. And so yes, I just, this fascinates me that you guys are willing to go that extra 40 miles. Not a mile, 40, just to come and see me. And it's hours out of everybody's way. And I love it. I really, really do. Okay. So with that being said, I did a 50-50 layout. Well, not exactly, but I'm not great at math, and you guys know that. So I did a half and half layout, but I thought that my my roughed up edge on the wood grain was not going to be enough, and I still had these this mesh that was fabulous. I love this mesh, you guys. Janet gifted it to me, perfect for our layouts. I want to say it was either last year or the year before. I do not remember, you guys. But it was perfect and still sitting on my desk from a few layouts ago, another video. And so I am going to go ahead and start off here. I really wanted all of my red pieces to be on the green. So that way that shows the Christmas spirit, but yet the wood grain is left nice and plain. I did want to build a forest going on here. Not that you can see it through all of the snow or in the picture particularly, but these are very foresty mountains. They really are. They're actually full of aspens. There are some evergreens in the valley, but there are more aspens than there are evergreens. So like I said, it's kind of one of those things where you see them, but you can pick out one tree over the other. Does that make sense? Like they're not competing. The aspens win. I'm sorry. And they're gorgeous. You guys, that white bark that they have, oh my stars. It is beautiful. In the summertime, in the springtime, in the wintertime, it doesn't matter. They're gorgeous. And I cannot wait until I have them in my own yard. As soon as our construction is done and over with, then I will work on the yard. It's years in the making, you guys. Seriously, years. So I was going to build this beautiful foresty feel, and then I forgot, no, that's where I wanted my token. My mountainous token. And I did want to give it a little bit of wintry vibe. So I'm going to cover up the floral bits because that's a little bit of a springy vibe with my pine sprigs. And then I wanted to bring in the pine sprigs over on the wood grain because I feel like that wood grain is just dying for one, it is a winter collection, so it's perfect for the winter sprigs and whatnot. And I am just loving these sprigs, you guys. I'm so glad I picked them up from Stampin' Up! Many moons ago because they are one of my favorite filler pieces for my winter pages. And I cut one sheet of 12 by 12. You guys watched me, well, didn't really watch me do it, but you saw the video where I did it, and I've been playing with them all month long, and you can still see how many I have left over because it doesn't take a whole lot to fill up a lot of space. So I love it, you guys. They're fabulous. So my tree design didn't really go exactly the way I planned. And then at first I thought, well, I wasn't going to bring the trees in at all, but I like the height of them. I like how they frame around the picture. And so when I decided to split them up and actually put them in with the sprigs, I love this a lot more. You can't even tell that I had some broken pieces. I'm okay with the top of my tree chopped off. You really can't tell, honestly. At least that's the game I'm playing with myself. And I love that mountain token because it really does show that, there is my mountain, there is my cloud, and there is my sunshine. It is almost like the perfect token for this said picture because that is exactly what I have in my picture, and there's a little cute token, and I like the fact that it is a different color wood than my trees. I almost was going to color my trees, but I didn't want them to blend in with the sprigs and be lost and gone forever. So I left them in plain wood. I also really wanted this Warm Winter Wishes sticker. I didn't know where to put it, so I'm going to put it down at the bottom of my layout, but it needed a little bit of red. I wasn't going to add red onto my wood grain, but I like my little strip of that teeny tiny little strip of red that is a close to my heart red stripe, by the way, and I wanted to mimic that with my embellishment down at the bottom. And so that is what I am working on. I had to go into a 49 and Market die cut pack to find this little red stripe. It was a label, and I'm okay with covering up the label. All I wanted was a tiny little red stripe. That's all I wanted. So it was perfect. And that is my layout for today. But I do have these little sparkles. You can't see them because they are crystal clear. They were an uber long thing ago that I did for the shop for Halloween a gazillion years ago, you guys. Probably, I don't know, 2021, 21, 22 maybe. But they are crystal clear, and I am going to just use a little dab of glue. And once the glue dries, you will see that it disappears entirely. I don't wait for the glue to dry to take my pictures and whatnot, so you guys are going to see little dabs, but honestly, once the glue is dry, it dries crystal clear, and then you just have that little sparkle. And I wanted that. I wanted the sparkle and shine, but I didn't want it to be bold on my layout. And so now when you flip the page, you get that look of, oh, look, it sparkles, but it's not, you know, gold sparkle bit. I don't know how to explain it, but I just absolutely love it. Just tucking in a few pieces, making sure everything is glued down and where it belongs. And then, like I said, adding all of my little sparkles. I think I had 9. I don't really remember. Just trying to get them all on the page because I didn't want leftovers. I know that's lazy, but that's how I wanted it to work. So just holding down, the acrylic doesn't bend like wood does across layers of paper, and so I wanted to make sure that the glue dried before I started shifting it and flicking it and sharing the lighting of this, trying to get the light to hit the sparkles. There you can see a couple of the sparkles on the green, and then here the light hits the sparkles again, which is my effect. That's what I wanted. I wanted the page to sparkle like snow does in the sunshine. So there is my layout for today, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, truly enjoyed it. I absolutely love doing title pages like this that introduce you into an excursion or a little tiny trip or whatnot. So it is absolutely perfect, and I just love the valley in the snow. All right, you guys, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel to see if what she is doing today with Woodgrain and Winter, and if she is playing along with the Advent calendars little gifties for today. Don't forget to check out her channel, which is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube. Also, too, don't forget to check out the playlist because we have a couple other gals playing along here and there throughout the month, which I think is fabulous as well. So don't forget to check out the Woodgrain and Winter playlist. All right, you guys, again, thank you so much, and I will check you guys all later. Bye.